Okay, so in a previous video, I mentioned how I got this Apple keyboard at a thrift store for the low price of $4, which, considering it's an Apple product, is pretty low. What I mentioned was that this computer had a lot of dirt on it. If it catches up on video, it's a transparent keyboard so you can see it. Today we're going to talk about the process of cleaning up this keyboard as well as maybe the cable. To do that, we're going to take out all the keys and clean them up using Clorox wipes. Another thing you could do is you could probably put all the keys in a dishwasher if you wanted to do that. But this should be good considering that we're just cleaning up the keys and going into the keyboard. First thing we want to do is take out all the keys, and you just pull them out by hand. It's pretty easy. You want to grab them by the bottom and kind of twist them out. But important to note, though it may be tempting, do not use a flathead screwdriver. If you do that, you can take the keys out, but you can damage them as well. The keyboard will still work, but you would just scratch up your plastic, which put a little bit more effort in, and you can keep it clean. So let's take out all the keys, just like that, and I'll come back once I've done that. True extent to what we have to clean. What you may think might be shadows are actually pieces of dust. On a white background, it's pretty easy to tell we need to clean this keyboard. If you're doing this, an important thing to do would be, though most keyboards are laid out in a similar way, you should probably take a picture of your keyboard to remember where to put the keys back. This is an Apple keyboard, and if you're using Apple keyboards, you can just Google them. Or if you're like me and recording this, you can just go back to a previous section in the video. So pretty simple. I'm just going to get the wipe and go across. You can see clean, dirty. You can still see dirt here. And that's what we got just by the first row. So we're just going to go across. We're going to go over this a few times, but yeah. So if you actually look at the dirt, you can probably tell which keys are used most. There was a lot of dirt on this area of the number pad and around here. But interestingly, not as much dirt here, so which are of course lesser used keys. Though on the Apple keyboard, these keys include volume controls. On the PC keyboard, most of those keys are completely useless. So we're just going to keep going across until all the dirt is gone. So let's go over the wire. It's a white wire where it used to be. Now it's kind of gray. So we can just go over that as well. Normally white cables get a lot of black marks. So just gonna wipe it over. And it's already coming off. You can see there. Even if you don't get it from a thrift store, you should probably clean your computer parts regularly. As it's been said, TV remote controls and computer mice are actually dirtier than toilets. That's not because they're inherently more dirty, it's just that people know toilets are dirty and they clean them. But computer parts, not so much. But when it's someone else's dirt, you'd be more compelled to clean it up. So let's go to the back. There's not that much stuff on the back, but it is scratched, as Apple products commonly do. The back of iPods, they get scratched. Except for this area here, it can just come off. I'm not going to mess with the stickers right now, because stickers you clean up in a slightly different way. But this residue right here just comes off. Even if you don't see anything, you should probably go over a certain area. Because you would get stuff like that. After this, we're going to do the keys, which can have their own problems as well. So just from a few minutes of doing this, we've already made a lot of progress. But never buy computer parts from someone who was a smoker, because those have thicker dust. There was another Apple keyboard like that at the thrift store when I bought this one, and I decided not to get that one. So let's just finish this up, and then I'll get to the keys. Of this, maybe it's not perfect, but it's certainly better than it was. Next, moving on to is the keys, which keys like this, which have a metal bar, they have a lot of dust. Like, it just fuzz right here. That's not the camera's focus, that's dust. So for these ones, they just pop out the metal part. And we can do the same thing here as well. Maybe I'm not doing it the best way, but so you want to focus on the sides of the key mainly, because that's where the stuff falls down. Metal bar. With the metal bar, all the dirt just falls off. For a more normal key, such as this one, number one, we can just go over all of its sides. And for other keys, such as Enter key, it also has dirt on it. This one also has a small metal bar. And when I'm done with these, I like to put them back so I know which ones I've done. So how these keys work is they just kind of slide in. The ones with the metal bar you want to be especially careful with. They kind of fall back, so you want to extend them out, and they should hook under it like that, so now it's in place, or it's not. But you just got to put it in place. Well, they slide in one way, and then they seat themselves down. This is the most difficult, but it does seat in. So enter key. So let's just repeat the same process with all the other keys. Okay, so now our keyboard is clean. You can see it is all white now, but if we turn it over on the back, we still have the sticker and we want to take that off. So a very simple way is just to peel it off. And of course this is going to leave residue, which we're going to have to deal with later. I'm going to peel it off the best we can. Which it is not coming off very well. But as long as we peel some of it off, we should be able to remove the sticker. It's coming off slowly, but it is coming off. Okay, so this is the best I could clean it off. But now we're going to get a paper towel and WD-40 actually. And we're just going to spray WD-40 where the sticker used to be. And what this should do is we're going to have to leave it here, and this should make the sticker come off. Should eliminate the residue, and we can just rub at it with the paper towel. As you can see, with just a little bit of that, we still have here and here, but most of it is gone. Use some more. So now it is clean on this side. The sticker is gone. The bits of it. The sticker is gone. Just Apple keyboard, and the front is clean as well. Our cable's good. So that is how you clean an Apple keyboard. This may vary with other keyboards. This keyboard is obviously white and transparent, so it's easy to see where the problems are. But for other keyboards, this can be done as well. You can dishwash the components, as well as the cable can be wiped off, but usually on other computers they're black. So that is how you clean an Apple keyboard.